layouts, and it is Freaky Fast Friday. I am using this Boy Oh Boy paper from Carta, and I love this paper. I actually picked this up at the Scrapbook Expo a couple months ago. And so the reds and that gold color and blue, I just love everything about this paper kit. So I am still trying to use up some of my colored cardstock. I need to really go through that. So I'm going to use a red background. And with the Freaky Fast Friday, you get dimensions to use. So this first piece of paper is a 6 by 10.5. I actually had to figure out which way I wanted those words to go. And then I'm going to cut this brown polka dotted paper in 2.5 by 10. And then that monster paper, again, trying to figure out which way to go, 2 by 5.5. The number paper is 3.5 by 9. And then that star paper is going to be 2 by 2. And so what I love about Freaky Fast Friday, and this is a challenge put on by the Scrap Room, and I will post their Facebook link below, is they give you the dimensions, and then you get to play with pretty paper until you figure out which way you like the layout to look. And when you go on the Facebook page and you see all of the Freaky Fast Friday layouts that others have made, everyone's layouts are so different. So just using that dimensions, it's crazy how many different layouts that you can do. So these photos were taken at Universal, and they were actually taken by their mom, and she sent them to me. They had gone to Universal, and she had bought them the Thing 1 and Thing 2 shirt. So I wanted to showcase that and them just being kind of boys. So there's 2 pictures of Adam on one side and 2 pictures of Jack on the other. So I'm going to use this fossilized amber distress ink to distress all of my edges, and I think it matches really well with that gold color in the paper. I felt like there was a lot of red going on, and I know a lot of people like to match their photos or elements in the photos with their paper, but I struggle when I do that because then I feel like they all kind of blend together, and that's what I felt like was going on with this because of the red shirt, and then because of the red background and the red in all of the paper, it just felt like there was a lot of red. So I wanted to back the photos in that cream to give your eyes just a little resting spot. So after I put the fun foam behind the photos, I realized that I wanted them to overlap. So I cut a little piece out so that it would still be level. And I always end up having issues with one piece of paper. If you guys have watched my other Freaky Fast Friday layouts, you'll notice that there's always one, and it's always a different size, and I always struggle with that one. And this layout happened to be that 2 by 2 square, but I finally found a place for it, put a little monster on top of it, and it looks perfect. So then what I also like to do is, this is all of the cut aparts, or the cutouts from the pieces on the other side. So I am going ahead and using up my scraps right away. So, and then you also get bigger strips of the smaller papers that are on the other side. So with the star paper, that was 2 by 2. So now I have probably 2 by 10 strip there. The monster paper was also a smaller one, and now I have a big piece on the other side of the layout. So I wanted to go ahead and use up the rest of that cream paper and not get out another sheet. So I cut these photos down a little bit so that I would be able to back them on the cream paper. And then my little one decided to join me, and he was like, "Hey, that's me." So we had a little conversation about the photos. And then he kind of hung around and was watching me scrapbook for a little bit. And right here, he sees me cut that, and then he says he needs to help me. So that's what we're doing off camera there. He's cutting it while I help him cut the banner. And then he helps me adhere it down. Adhere that little strip down. We put the adhesive on there. So he's a great little helper when he's in my scrapbook room. And I think after he was finished with that, he went over to the table that I have set up for them and scrapbooked over there, which really means that he cut out paper and punched out paper with my punches. So but I love the fact that they get involved with wanting to do arts and crafts. So I took this rectangle with the numbers, and I thought it would look nice if I made a little corner and put it on the side of the layout. And this page was actually, when I first started it, I intended it to be on the right side. But then after I put those photo corners, I realized that it probably would look better on the left. So that's where it ends up being. So I used the word paper to cut out the words friends and smile to add those to the layout as well. And now I'm just going to try to figure out how to use these where my photos go best on this paper. So I'm going to put some fun foam, and I adhered them together. Thought that might be a little easier way to put it down instead of putting fun foam on back of them, on the back of both of them. My title is going to be Boys Unite. These two boys are true brothers. They fight, they argue with each other, and then they're best friends. And so they definitely unite with each other, and they will stand up for each other and make sure that no one else picks on their brother either. So just adding some final touches, putting down the word friend and smile, and then I get this sticker out that says, I believe boys will be boys, or all boy, sorry. And then I get this little monster out because I have one on Adam's page, that blue monster, so I wanted to put one on Jack's page as well. And when I put him on the right side of the word, there was this little trapped space, and that didn't work. So I took him off, and I add him over to the left of the words after I put fun foam on it, and I think it looks better over there. So now looking for a sticker on for Adam's page, and I found this one that says boys are the best, which I truly believe that is a true statement. I have this little container. I got this container from the Dollar Tree, and this is how I store my enamel dots in there. So I'm adding those, and unfortunately my camera dies here, and so you see me put the blue and the orange enamel dots on, but when it dies, you'll notice that there are now yellow enamel dots next to the blue monster on the right side of the page. So after I pick out some wood veneer and again have my little one come and help me, I'm adding just some wood veneer in all of my clusters of the layout, some arrows, some stars, and then this mustache, as well as two little wood veneers that say my guy. So there's one that's right underneath Adam's photos, and then one on the right side, and then one right above Jack's photos on the left. And then I add some more enamel dots, and that is it for this layout. Thanks everyone for joining me and watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. Check out all of these close-ups from all of the clusters. If you want to see more double page layouts, hit that subscribe button, because that's all I do on this channel. Thanks for watching, and have a scrappy day.